McClain died after an altercation with Aurora police last year. On Wednesday, Governor Polis announced he was instructing his legal team to determine what the state can do in the case of Elijah McClain, a 23-year-old black man who died after an encounter with Aurora police last year. It's within the governor's purview to ask the state attorney general to investigate the case. Recent protests in Denver and Aurora have called attention to McClain's death, and a petition on change.org calling for the officers involved to be taken off duty and an investigation into his case has received more than 2 million signatures. On August 24, 2019, McClain was walking near Colfax Avenue in Aurora when someone called police to report a sketchy man flailing his arms and wearing a ski mask, which he often donned because he had anemia. After a brief exchange and despite no evidence that he had committed a crime, 3 officers wrangled 140-pound McClain to the ground. An officer claimed he tried to take his gun from its holster. The body cam footage is limited to audio, and McClain can be heard saying he was in pain and didn't have a gun. "I don't do that kind of stuff," he told them. An officer put McClain in a carotid control hold, a kind of stranglehold. He was handcuffed and vomited multiple times. Responding EMTs then injected him with ketamine on the ride to the hospital to sedate him, they said. He suffered cardiac arrest in the ambulance, and was declared brain dead 3 days later in the hospital. In early February, a review board cleared the 3 officers who had apprehended McClain. The community's response was loud enough that newly sworn-in Mike Coffman said he would make handling the case among his first priorities as Aurora's mayor. McClain's death has since made national headlines. On Saturday, the Party for Socialism and Liberation will host a protest outside Aurora Police Headquarters, calling on the officers involved to be fired, the case to be reopened, and McClain's family to receive immediate restitution. DA Beth McCann said she's committed to making some changes, but she offered no specifics. The department is sending out more cops to catch people setting off fireworks, and it looks like they'll be heading to neighborhoods that are more likely inhabited by people of color. People who have lived in this city throughout this administration for years have heard promises and got nothing, one local activist said after the meeting. Advocates have presented a detailed plan for camps where people experiencing homelessness could maintain social distancing, meet outreach coordinators, and access hygiene and health care services. Call them accessory dwelling units, granny flats or carriage houses. Or call them a way to build wealth and stability. Denver has more than 6,600 COVID-19 cases. The Denver City Council voted on letting voters vote on the idea.